Today, I'm going to show you the basics of one of the most dangerous forms of narcissism. In just a minute, I'm going to show you the 4 things to watch out for, to put them on your radar so you can catch this in the act so you don't become manipulated. There are vulnerable narcissists, there are covert narcissists, there are benign narcissists, and there are malignant narcissists, and a few others. Today, I want to show you the basics of what to look for with one of the most dangerous kind, which is the covert malignant narcissist. In all flavors of this personality type, you're going to see a high need for control, very low empathy, manipulation, entitlement, and being very self-absorbed. With the covert type, none of this appears right away. It's very much kept under the mat. It's very much kept out of sight. And these things happen without you really knowing them. But when you get to covert malignant narcissism, this is like narcissism on steroids, and it's dangerous because you don't see it coming right away. With this one, there's an extremely strong need for control. They tend to be mean-spirited, very controlling, very covert, and they use people as pawns. They use them as toys. They use them as minions when they can. Another thing is that they do not want to be known. They keep a very edited version of their own history. They don't want anyone to be able to do any type of research or any type of verification on claims that they're going to make. Sometimes the histories that they tell you are completely fabricated. Sometimes they're partially fabricated, but they're always created to put them in the best light and everyone else in the worst light. And they're also profoundly intolerant of anyone else's beliefs or convictions or opinions. Here are the 4 main things that if you just watch for them, you can stop this in its tracks. And I use the acronym GOLF. Let's start with G. G is for guilt. They will always use guilt whenever it's convenient. This is the time when they ask you to do something and you say that you cannot do it or you have a reason why it's not possible, and they begin to work on your emotions to make you feel guilty about not wanting to help them. They will put all kinds of pressure on you so that they can pull those levers to make you really question whether or not you're being nice or whether or not you're being mean-spirited, when truly it's all about making you feel guilt. When you're talking to a person that you think might have a control issue, do they ever make you feel guilty? The O is for obligation. This is where they will hold something over you. Sometimes they will do something small for you to make you feel indebted to them. So this type of a narcissist will often make you feel extremely obligated. I did this for you. I really hope that you can help me because I helped you when you needed it. They will continue to pull that lever of obligation. Has anyone with a control issue ever made you feel like you're obligated to do something for them? The L is for leverage, where people will find something about you that you don't want anyone to know about, and they will let you know that they know about it. It may be some secret that you don't want to be told in your marriage. It may be something that you don't want your employer to find out about. It may be something that you never want your kids to find out about. Either way, a covert, malignant narcissist will use this as a weapon to get you to do things for them. Sometimes they will even go as far as to make you feel that they don't care whether or not you feel hurt, but that they know a piece of information that if anyone were to find out, you would be in trouble. You could have problems with your marriage. You could have problems at work. You could have problems with your children. Regardless, they will use those things as leverage, and they will let you know that they know about that little thing that you hoped would never come out. Ask yourself this one. Has anyone that seems to be a controller ever held something over you as leverage? Which leads us to the last of the 4, and this is F. And F is for fear. One of the things that people always are afraid of is the unknown. You don't know what other people know. This happens all the time when we do interrogation of criminals, when we've been through questioning of someone who's robbed a bank or done a kidnapping or done some sort of a crime. You never want them to know that you may not know as much as they think you know, because that fear will work in their own psyche. Same principle here. If I was interviewing or interrogating a suspect, I would walk into the questioning room and I would walk over to the table where they're seated, and I would take a 3-ring binder or 2, the biggest ones that I could find, and I would stuff them with information, with documentation, most of which has nothing to do with them. And I would take that over and flop it right on the desk in front of them. And I let their mind do the work. Their mind is thinking, what do they have? What do they know? I bet that's about me. I wonder if they have pictures. I wonder if they have recordings. I wonder if they have some kind of documentation. And the fear eats them up. This is the same kind of fear that a narcissist will use on you. They want you to know that they know something, but they don't want you to know what that is. And that creates fear. And when you're dealing with fear, you don't know what you're going to lose, and you don't know what kind of trouble you're going to be in. Very similar to the leverage, very similar to the obligation. But this time, instead of making you feel emotional, they'll make you feel fear. And this will be used to control you. So ask yourself this question. Have you ever had a friend or an acquaintance that you thought might be a controller that said something or implied something that made you a little bit afraid because you weren't sure what they knew or what they might do with that information? If you see any of these 4, you need to seriously question whether or not you want to stay in a friendship with this person, because there's a very good chance that they may know exactly what they're doing and you may be being used as a pawn in their game. So keep your antenna up for guilt, obligation, leverage, and fear.